My name is Ibrahim Maalouf. I was born in Lebanon and I was raised in France. I play a quarter-tone trumpet that allows me to play different styles of music inside one identity. And I released my 5th album in November, and I'm very happy to be here with you tonight. When I started playing trumpets, I was 7 years old. We used to travel a lot between Beirut and France. Since 1975, the civil war started. I was born in 1980. So I've always been my country in a difficult situation. And I've always known it this way. Music for us in the family, in general, music was a good way to express oneself, And for me, playing trumpet was more a way to be close to my father, because he's a trumpet player and teacher. It was a way to be close to him and spend time with him. When I started, really, music for me was only that. And I noticed also, I remember when I used to go to school, I only used to speak Arabic. So when I was with the people at school, with the little children like me, I couldn't talk to them. I couldn't understand what they were saying to me. I couldn't understand what the teacher was saying. So I used to spend my time singing. And I guess with time, somehow singing and creating music, inventing music, was my way to express myself, and it remained that way until now. What I wanted to do was to be either architect or engineer, and I wanted to do studies to be able to rebuild Beirut. That was my dream. Since I was young, I used to take big papers and draw buildings, like New York, like the Twin Towers. I had in my room near Paris, where we used to live, I had in my room like a huge wall with lots of drawings of big buildings. And in the middle there were the Twin Towers, and it was very symbolic for me. I wanted one day to build Twin Towers in Beirut. Because my father did the Paris National Conservatoire Supérieur. I knew that there was an age limit. If you're over than 24, you can't get into this conservatoire anymore. But in university and in scientific studies, you can do the studies even if you're 40 or 50 years old. So I was thinking that maybe I should start with music first, and if I don't like it, because my father used to tell me all the time, you should do music, you should do music, you should do music. And I always say, no. And one day he said, okay, you know what, don't do music, do what you want to do. And the next day I said, I want to do music, I want to try. So I went to try, and I succeeded in the competitions. My father was really tough with me, and he really prepared me very strongly. I composed Beirut while I was walking in the streets of Beirut for the first time in 1993. And I was 12 years old, listening to I was having the headphones in my ears, but no music inside. Just walking and composing this melody and watching the walls, the totally destroyed place, and I was just walking and being disgusted, by what I was seeing. And at the end of my walk, it was the period I was listening to hard rock, and I was listening to Pink Floyd also, and Led Zeppelin and all those things. And at the end of my walk, I was standing in front of something really awful, and I was really worried. So I was really scared. It made me stop composing. So I played again the music I had in my in my headphones. It was Led Zeppelin. So when I recorded Beirut, I decided to bring together the long walk in the street and the Led Zeppelin of the end, because I discovered Beirut in the same time I was discovering hard rock, and I wanted these two things to be together. I don't consider my music to be inspired by styles, but by people or by moments, and the people I meet, the life I have. I think I'm very lucky, but I travel a lot for my music, so I meet lots of people, I travel, I see different countries, and most of the times when I compose, it's when I'm walking in the streets, and seeing things brings to me lots of musical ideas, and I record them on my phone or on my record machine, and then I go back home, I listen, and I put harmony and rhythm, and I build up something from that. Illusions for me, this album is speaking about the world we're living in, this little image that we live in. A house with no TV is not alive anymore in this world. So there has to be some kind of magic inside your life. I wanted my music is very cynical and very sad actually in some ways, but I wanted to sell it the way you sell an album of Rihanna or Britney Spears, like something totally fake around it. Even on the cover, it's not me, it's another guy, wearing gold shoes, and my daughter is on the picture also, and she's like a princess, like pink princess. Everything is fake, it's nothing about me. And I wanted to look like a magician, and it's just a concept that I wanted, so that when the people see it, the album, and they say, "Oh, what is that? Oh, it's interesting," but it has nothing to do with what I'm saying in the album. Just to make people watch the picture, and then when you open and you listen to the music starts in a very cynical way. It starts with actually somehow something actually very sad. It's like a funeral music. It starts like this. It starts with death. What obsesses me is the fact of we die, at the end. So we live in a fake world. Anyways, we all know that in 50 years probably none of us is here anymore. This is what Illusions speaks about.